Now, there was a lot unknown entering the season. The odds to win the division reflected that. Green Bay and Detroit were sort of neck and neck. Minnesota and Chicago in striking range. We wake up this morning, take a look.
Whoa.
The Packers are now odds-on favorites. For those of you who do not speak gambling, when you see a minus, it means you have to bet more money than you're going to win if the team actually does what you think. That is called being an odds-on favorite to win the division. Minnesota has leapfrogged Detroit. The Bears' odds have plummeted. So I'll ask the simple question, Jeffrey, Saturday. Does the acquisition of Micah Parsons make the Green Bay Packers the team to beat?
Absolutely. And I think you saw the way their defense played this past weekend. And I know he only played, 29 or 30 plays, whatever it was. But their ability to chase, run down, the aggressive nature that they played with. And let me tell you, that dude's a dog. Sewell is a fantastic tackle. And he put him on skate and had him spinning. That is not easy. I don't care who you are, but he did it repeatedly. And yeah, I mean, you see the up and under, and then look at the bend backwards. Like his ability to stop and bend and force the quarterback to move instead of getting washed. Those are traits you don't necessarily coach. It was an impressive first game.
Imagine if he didn't have a back injury.
I mean, J-Mac has some tape, because Alex Smith said on the pregame show, we do Sunday Countdown before the games, Alex said that's a guy who affects every play, whether it shows up on the stat sheet or not. He doesn't have to have 3 sacks to have wrecked the game, and clearly there was some of that on display.
Yes, and for the defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, you now can call the game a certain way because of Micah Parsons. I want to show you guys on Sunday something that happened in this game, and it ends up in an interception, but we're going to look at Micah Parsons right there, down there, and Jeff talked about it. He's going to hit Penei Sewell with a 1-2 step, but this allows these DBs now to move to different spots, and Nick, you can appreciate this. They're running to cover 2. All of those arrows happens after the snap, but the way Micah beats Penei Sewell, now Goff has to get rid of the ball right now, and now it ends up in an interception in the red zone. That's taking points off of the board for the Lions. No field goal, no touchdown, and now you give the ball back to Jordan Love with a chance to go win the game, and that's a 4-man pressure. Just Micah getting there and the picture behind him changing.
Yeah, can I say how important, so as I blocked for Peyton Manning for so many years, the coach, the offensive coordinator, and Howard Mudd, our offensive line, Tom Moore and Howard Mudd, would tell us, no flash and don't make him reset his feet. So as an offensive lineman, your job is don't let anything flash in front of his eyes and don't make him reset or move his feet. If you can do that, quarterbacks are going to be successful in this league. And to your point, that flash in front of Jerry means all of a sudden he doesn't see movement. He can't see exactly where the ball, so he's hoping the guy's in the right spot because he has to anticipate throws. Turns out to be an interception. Those are the things that Micah Parsons, it doesn't show up as a sack, maybe not even a pressure, but it affects the play for an interception.
There's quarterbacks on offense, and we think about, well, we can build around that. We don't appreciate that there are oftentimes players that are that valuable to a defense. We have a guy that's so good that we can decide to do different things over there.
There you go.
We don't have to cover as well. We don't have to blitz as much. We know where you're sliding your protection.
Right.
Oh, we can show over here because it doesn't matter because you're never gonna leave that man one-on-one. You know what, the back leaking out the backfield? We're done with that. No more check downs. You better chip. And that changes the defense. It makes life so much easier for everyone else.
And not to relitigate this, because, I mean, the thing with the Cowboys, it's done and it's over. But the point that Rex was making, and Rex Ryan is one of the great defensive coaches in the history of the sport. He said, the Cowboys are going to get 4 good players. I'd rather have 1 player like that than 4 good ones, because it changes. Having a player like that on your defense changes everything for everybody else.
It speaks to where the Packers are right now, right? They're doing things that they didn't used to do.
Never did.
Right? Like, so draft their wide receiver in the first round. The defensive coordinator, Hafley, that was a big move last year before the 24 season to change defensive coordinators and change systems to that extent. Now you're seeing the benefit of being in the second year of this system after a promising first year. The Packers are making win now, go for it moves of the type that we used to say they were hesitant to make.
There's also like the point I was making about the quarterback is like you could have a terrible play called, but Josh Allen's going to make it work. Like that, you have that saving ability for Micah Parsons. It's like, oh, I blew my coverage. Oh, the pass got batted down because that Micah Parsons is getting after. Oh, we got a sack. Oh, we ran the wrong blitz. We got a sack. Micah Parsons saved us. Like that's a tremendous help to everybody on that team.
Those guys are called erasers. They have an eraser on the offensive side of the ball or on the defensive side of the ball. My corner stinks, but I have a defensive end that can get home.
He about to get
before I
everybody
expose them.
paid. I love you, Micah. Get them all.
A lot of Pro Bowls. A lot of Pro Bowls coming.
Paid thanks to Micah.
And by the way, his acquisition made the Packers younger. They actually got younger by getting him. The Packers are odds on. Couldn't have started worse. Through 3 quarters, he had 56 passing yards and had thrown a pick 6. His team was down 11. Fourth quarter, everything flipped. McCarthy threw for 87, totaled 3 touchdowns. Minnesota rallies to win, and afterwards in the locker room, the team could not have been more excited.
This guy didn't quit me, and you always thought he would figure it out. He had 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown all in the second half.
I will remind you that is the same locker room that lifted Sam Darnold on their shoulders.
Oh, you are shady. Come on.
Facts are facts. Don't get uncomfortable.
I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying, to me, this is a story about Kevin O'Connell more than it is about anything else. That guy, look, there's so many great coaches in the NFL, obviously the legends like Andy Reid, and you got all these young guys that maybe in LA, Sean McVay and all these guys. Unbelievable. Right now, if you're doing a coaching draft, I'm starting with Kevin O'Connell.
So he's great play caller. He's great with quarterbacks. We've seen him win with a variety of different quarterbacks. But the thing that gets underrated when you talk about a guy who's a great play caller and great with quarterbacks is his ability to build a culture and build a program there. And you can see it, like, yes, the same scene that they had with Sam Darnold.
That's what I mean.
Right? Like that place has bought in. And you talk about not just Kevin O'Connell, but he's put together a staff. Josh McCown, you mentioned earlier, outstanding, rising star in the coaching ranks. Am I still talking?
Yes, go ahead. We're just showing this.
I don't want to step on Kevin's message here.
Yes.
But you'd rather hear him than me. But no, I mean, like even Brian Flores as defensive coordinator, I mean, obviously that's an elite defense and elite scheme. So he has established himself as the central voice in that building, and you can see it. The success feeds on itself.
You can feel when people are authentic, and not only is he, but the locker room that he's built, the culture he built. These guys pull for each other, and so when you saw him start slow and then come back and put that on his shoulders and make those plays, everybody in that locker room is fired up.
To that point, Scott Van Pelt was on with Justin Jefferson after the game, and Justin Jefferson makes a joke about Kevin O'Connell. There were some plays that we wish we could have run differently. And SVP goes, I'll make sure I relay that message. Jefferson goes, no, I'm going to tell Kevin and myself. Yes. You can tell, like, the relationship he has with the guys.
Right.
Hold them accountable, but still the connection with them.
This is such an important point because, like, it's a reminder. I do the draft every year, and it's a reminder when we ask who's the best quarterback going to be from this draft class, ask yourself where they're going before you ask anything else. That's what it is about. More young quarterbacks are ruined than developed. We made the point earlier. Caleb Williams, why is he behind in his development? Because last year was a setback. Exactly. He's played a year and J.J. McCarthy didn't, but McCarthy is way better off for that year than Caleb Williams is. Now, maybe the Bears have finally gotten it right with the coach and the people around them, and maybe everything will turn out great with Caleb because he obviously has extraordinary talent. But this is about quarterback development, and you saw it on display last night.
Yeah, I mean, all the best quarterbacks in the league right now, most of them started, with the exception of maybe Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Most of them started in very good situations on good teams and built into something different. But I think what we saw from JJ last night, that was slightly different, and it's not about the culture.